good. All right. Can y'all hear us now? How's that? Give us a thumbs up in the chat. Let me make sure my ADD, I get this just right for you guys. Can y'all hear us now? Who is that?
Patrick.
Tell him, hey, how's it looking?
Hey, can you hear us on the thing now?
Okay, they can hear us now. Yeah,
right,
tell them that it's fine.
All right, later.
All right, sorry about that, guys. It wouldn't be a, Ramblin' Raiders production if there wasn't immediate sound issues or some kind of technical difficulties to start out the show. But it looks like we got everyone piling in.
As I was saying, Big Pig Joe, I mean, that's a tiny buck you got back there. Like, that looks like something you would shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a spike, and I glued those antlers on him.
I love that, man. So anyways, since y'all missed the audio there, because we had it, configured wrong. Welcome back to the RIP, the 10th installation of Ramblin' Raiders Entertainment, the RIP Show. Love bringing this to y'all. We're going to be talking about Texas Tech versus TCU facing the top 8 Horned Frogs in Fort Worth. Basically a home game for us, so should be a lot of fun. We're also going to be giving out the juiciest, sexiest sports picks that we could come up with for this week's slate. We've been on a bit of a tear, up and down, getting some good bets going through. I know
a dirty parlay missed by 1 goal today. It was absolutely brutal. Dortmund needed to put one by and they couldn't do it.
Soccer will tear your heart out, but as y'all know, this is a live stream, the RIP. It's going to have some sports gambling, Texas Tech hype, and some generally questionable takes and behavior. I'm your host, the Master Chef. Joining me, we have Laney's Locks, Big Pig Joe. You know them both well. Boys, what's up, man? How are we feeling about this week?
I'm feeling good about the slate. Texas Tech might be another story, though. Unfortunately.
Joe, what are you thinking, man? Dude, how's the weather up there? I think everybody on Twitter really enjoyed that just pure golf stroke you shared with us the other day.
Yeah, we got about 5 inches of snow. It's been snowing the last 2 days. And you guys are privileged enough to unlock indoor BPJ.
And if you hear some banter and some commentary in the back, it's my wife who's just a diehard Astros fan. So she gets pretty animated, and she's actually behind. There it is. You're going to be getting a lot of that tonight. So just some comic relief from Mrs. Chef downstairs. Okay, I got the chat pulled up, so y'all fire away with any questions, commentary that you might have. Again, guys, for any of our newcomers, new watchers, new listeners, even if you're watching this, going back and seeing it after we're done with the live show, this is going to be every Wednesday, usually around 8 p.m. Make sure that you're subscribed. Hit that bell down there. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Ramblin' Raiders Media. We're also on Twitter at Ramblin' Raiders, Instagram at Ramblin' Raiders. Our Facebook page is Ramblin' Raiders Podcast. So you can find us on all social medias. Make sure you give us a follow. And that way you can keep up with everything that we're doing as a brand. We have a lot of exciting new announcements coming up. I mean, today we finally released new Ramblin' Raiders theme song. We're looking for a name, and I want to hear what everybody's favorite line from it is.
Yeah, I mean, it goes really fast, so some of the lines you might skip over, but there's definitely some zingers in there for sure.
Yeah, I think my favorite one is, if I'm betting, it's got to be with Big Pig Joe over here at Twin Peaks getting all the hoes, man. If that doesn't explain the married man like Big Pig Joe
if that doesn't sum up Big Pig Joe's life, I don't know what does.
Yeah, we were actually working on Saturday in the office, and I played the new song, and my wife really loved that line too.
Hey, that's how you know you picked the right one, man.
Yeah.
We already have Young Productions in the chat saying Mrs. Chef walked so Chef could run. 100%, dude. That couldn't be more accurate. What the hell? Snow, Catherine, low-key jealous. Yeah, everybody, great commentary so far. Looking forward to a great episode. So let's kind of go ahead and get into it. Opening remarks. I don't know about you guys. You smell that?
That's just Lane.
No, I know this guy's scent. I would know better, but I think I smell an upset brewing in Fort Worth.
Upset. You're thinking
you
trap
smell a
game.
spoiler?
I'm thinking trap game, and I just want to throw it out there. TCU's a stupid school. Their blood orange uniforms suck.
I agree with that 100%.
They're prissy. The daddy's money, trust fund babies. Let's lay the wood on them in Fort Worth.
I agree with everything you just said. Am I willing to put money on the line of Texas Tech covering 9.5? I'm not so sure. I'm just not so sure.
Here, take this and then tell me if you're sure.
Now this could put me over the edge.
Also, Joe, did I hear earlier when the audio was messed up? You said you were drinking a teeny over there?
Yeah, I got a nice vodka martini, 2 olives and a pickle.
Hey guys, apparently it's teeny time up in Washington right now.
Yeah. They're flowing, and the pros have driven this out of me.
I love it. All right, well, everybody lift up your drinks. Go ahead and rip that shot, that beer, whatever you're drinking. And I'll get in. Or that teeny time, and then we're going to get the juices flowing, and let's talk up this big game. Y'all go share this link with any TCU fans you know. I want to get some TCU fans in the chat tonight. Let's get this thing a little controversial and get some nice friendly trash talk going with our brothers and sisters down south. So TCU film room. Actually, I guess I gotta cheers.
You gotta do that first.
Another great episode in store. A little bit of cut. Never hurt anybody. Mita says TCU is just purple Baylor. I'll die on that hill. 100%.
Not a bad hill to die on.
Yeah. I honestly don't know who annoys me more. I think they annoy us equally for different reasons. You know, just like a mom or dad loves they love their kids, but they recognize they both have flaws and they have issues for different reasons. That's kind of Baylor and TCU to me. Like for parents it's love, for us it's hate. Like for the Ramblin' Raiders it's hate. Like we hate both of them, but just for differing, circumstances.
I thought you were saying like a parent, like say you're a parent of one Baylor and the other TCU, like you hate them for different reasons. TCU is like an absolute drug problem, like cocaine problem, and like
taking
prissy and
taking all your money.
They take all your money, and then Baylor is like they're no fun, like they don't do anything.
Like you can't have a beer with your kid, you can't enjoy any like camaraderie. They're just not going to be a good time unless it's our boy Young Productions, and then he'll go ham. He honestly put Baylor ahead of TCU for me. Just with like his attitude and mantra and outlook. I mean, he elevates their whole fan base just by himself, man, on a solo mission. Okay, enough banter here. TCU Horned Frogs, man, number 7 ranked team in the country, the last undefeated team in the Big 12. Not as dominant, I think, as one would think. If you're top 10 to this point in the year, undefeated, are there chinks in the armor? Yes. Are they beatable? Yes. Are they a damn good team? Absolutely. Sonny Dykes is doing an incredible job in year 1 with that program. Has them looking really, really solid, and they have a great chance of playing in the Big 12 championship at Jerry's World. Here in a couple weeks. So Tech's going to have their hands full. But like I said, do I think it's a far cry that they'll have a shot at winning this game? No, I think it'll be closer than many people expect. Good for Sonny Dykes. Vegas has it at 9.5 for the Frogs right now.
Yeah. Do I think TCU is going to run the table and go undefeated in the Big 12? No. They're going to drop at least one game. Is it going to be Texas Tech? I'm leaning towards no, but I think Texas Tech is going to be right there. This might be a game where it's a bit of a shootout depending on what Zach Kitley we get. If we get him from 2-3 weeks ago, Zach Kitley, shootout all the way.
If we get
if we get last week Zach Kitley, we're gonna get our doors blown. So we'll see how it goes.
Also, if you're not following at Laney's Locks on Twitter, you really need to. Dude's just full of one-liners and zingers over here, man. It's premium content that you don't want to miss out on. So make sure you're following Laney's Locks. Make sure you're following at Big Pick Joe as well. Really. Great entertainment on social media. All right, let's take a look at TCU's main threats. I'm going to kind of run through these relatively quickly, or I'm going to at least try to. And Lane, Joe, you can echo these sentiments if you agree. TCU to me they have, great star power. I'll say their top 4 guys on their offense are best in the conference.
I was really going to say they're 3 guys. They're QB, they're running back, and they're a good receiver. I mean,
they have one other pretty good receiver, but
guys are dogs. And then they have the missing pieces that kind of slide in there.
But when you talk about star power, that's what this team has. They have 3 dudes who are absolutely electric, a trifecta, of the likes that we haven't really seen so far this season. So it starts with their QB. It starts with Max Duggan, Mad Max, and the TCU Horny Toads. I mean, this guy is coming off of an injury last year, or he had a. I was actually talking with Sherman about it. I don't know what happened. He was having like heart palpitations or some issues. Had to sit out the season. Didn't really get to see him, go full tilt and kind of what he was capable of. But you knew he had the intangibles. You knew he had the potential, right? So coming off that, health complications that he had last year, dude is plain and simple. He's salty, man. There's no other way to say it. I mean, 22 touchdowns to 2 interceptions on the season. That's a hell of a ratio anyone will take.
We were talking about Sanders being the best quarterback in the conference. To this point, I think it's been Duggan. He's been shown out just about every game he's played. So
thrown for over a little over 2,200 yards on the season. I don't know what this guy's deal is with the twos, man. 22 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 2,200 yards on the season. He's been sacked 13 times for a loss of 104 yards. So he's quick, he can move, he's mobile, but that O-line isn't the Great Wall of China, So people have put pressure on Mad Max throughout the season.
But he's shown the capability of being able to squeeze out of that pressure and pick up yards on the ground when he needs to.
He's mobile. He's very mobile, can hurt you with his legs, no doubt about it. Hell, wasn't it last year or maybe 2 years ago where he busted that 90-yard run against Texas Tech?
Against Kansas State, he had a couple of big runs that helped him seal that game. So you put pressure on him, you better watch out because he can leak out pretty quick.
Yeah, another interesting note, not really about Duggan, I guess, but that I put down about the whole squad. This is a veteran squad, dude. I looked it up earlier. Besides one freshman on the defensive side of the football, every other starter on offense and on defense, besides that one freshman on defense, is either a junior or senior. This is a loaded squad with veteran talent. So, that's always going to bode well for them. It's something that you have to watch out for. Keep an eye out, man. This is going to be an uphill battle. Running back, we talked about the trifecta. You got Mad Max, Kendre. I'm going to say Kendre Miller. That Miller Lite, dude. Cheers, Kendre, man. My favorite beer. He is, he's 150 yards shy of hitting the 1,000-yard mark in, 9 games. I think they played 8 games.
Yeah.
Already has 11 TDs and averages close to 6.5 yards a carry. Expect him to get a wide majority of their touches. In comparison, and I know we don't run it as much as I wish we did, Thompson and Brooks are not even close, touchdown-wise or yardage-wise, to what Miller, and these are 2 great running backs to what Miller's putting up.
Yeah, absolutely. They do have to split reps a lot of times, so that's going to hurt your individual statistic line. But he's been having the better year of all 3 of the running backs that will be playing on Saturday. He's been going off. Not much to say. He's been a dog, and then their receiver, absolute dog, 650 yards, 4 tutties. They have their star power, but then the missing pieces. The guys got to watch out for. Another guy is Jared Wiley, tight end in the red zone.
Yeah.
They love to throw to him 4 touchdowns. He's got 4 in the season to match their season high, Johnston. So watch out for him in the red zone. They're gonna hammer him when they need a score.
Hey, another little fun fact for you guys, because I'm just full of them. Texas Tech and TCU are tied at 42nd in the nation in red zone efficiency right now. I believe they both have. It was don't quote me on this. I think 16 or maybe 14 something, passing touchdowns. Running touchdowns, 6 to 7 passing touchdowns and 5 to 6 field goals. So these teams are dead set, dead even when it comes to how effective they are in the red zone. Could this game kind of separate these two if we do get, a lot of red zone looks? It's just a little tidbit, that could kind of be interesting to keep an eye on in this game. Looks like in the chat we got a
Big Pig Joe.
We got a hell yeah going in the chat though. But Sherman's got him. He's got him up in the chat, baby.
Also, let's not sleep on the fact Big Pig Joe getting called out by his brother. Like, Joe, you be a creeper in the dark.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Dude.
There's nothing better than when your brother roasts you on a live show, live segment in the chat, man. You just can't beat that kind of camaraderie. Hey, we need to get James on here so that Lane and him can have the great debate. Which conference is worse, the Big 12 or the Big 10? Which one's more overrated? Lane siding with the Big 12, saying that the Big 12 is better. James, I got to watch these guys argue about this for damn near 3 hours, it felt like. Which one's more overrated?
And in the past 20 years, you could argue the Big 12 has just been a much better, a step above the Big 10 conference. That's just a fact.
We got to
Stone
get
cold fact.
now. I'm going to hold off on that because I want James to have the opportunity to argue his point. So we're going to let him come on here and defend his take. But let's not. Okay, I don't want to get too sidetracked here. I know we got the Astros going. I want to get back down and watch that. Not gonna lie, I may have hedged because I was just so upset
You're just
with the Stros last night.
Fan.
So I'm still rooting for the Astros, but I like hedging my bets. That way, if Stros win, I'm happy. They lose, I'm upset, but I got money in my pocket. So I usually do that with A&M too. I'm telling y'all, it's an effective strategy that I would.
So you bet on A&M and then they lose and you're pumped.
And I'm happy, yeah. And if they win, I'm sad, but at least I have money in my pocket.
There you go.
Crank that. Oh my God, no way. Nope, he's there, safe. Okay, sorry, I had to quick
That's
break
a
there.
leadoff single for the Stros.
What's up? Receivers. Okay, we touched on Miller, running back. We touched on Mad Max, their quarterback. Now we have the best receiver in the conference, in my opinion, Quentin Johnston. Not Johnson, Johnston. Okay? He's hands down he's their best receiver. I think he's the best receiver in the conference. And honestly, y'all think about who you can in the rest of college football. This guy's up there. He's top 3, top 4 receivers in the country. Right now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It definitely is. He's a big play capability guy. Only 4 TDs on the season so far.
Hey, big frame for the big man.
But he's a big catch dude. He racks up yards, racks up yak, which is one of the most important things a receiver can do is yards after catch. And he's all about that. So
everyone's going in on the
watch out. Watch out for him, but I'm telling you, man, watch out for old Wiley in the red zone, man.
So here's a little stats for you on Mr. Johnston. Has 650 yards on the season. You know, anytime a receiver's closing in on the 1,000-yard mark with a couple games left, that's big time. He's got 4 TDs. Also averages. This is the one that'll get you. And to Lane's point, also the Shermanator brought this up to me on the phone earlier. Both of y'all, great points on this. I don't know if there's anyone better in the country at getting yak. And yak in 2 senses. Yards after catch, yards after what Sherman was saying, yards after contact. I mean, that dude is so hard to bring down. Rarely is one hat on him going to work. He's going to shake or, brush him off. He's a big body. He's hard to bring down. Averages 15.5 yards a catch.
Yeah,
that
is going to be the biggest test for our
secondary.
Our secondary. To this point of the season, we played some good receivers. We played some good quarterbacks. Not this combination though. This is one of the best receivers in the country. That's a hit from Altuve. We'll take that. That's 2 on, no outs. One of the best receivers in the country. Top 10 for sure. Possibly top 5. One of the hottest quarterbacks in the country. Put them together, and it spells trouble for secondaries. So
big frame.
Tech's got their work cut out for them.
They do. Big frame and has big play capability, and that's going to be the theme with TCU on this episode. Mrs. Shep.
She's reacting. She's reacting to the hit.
Mrs. Shep is getting pumped. Never forget who she say blows. Diaz. She said Diaz blows, and I quote Diaz blows.
Batting average is ass.
Okay, so yeah, big frame, big play capability. BDE, big dick energy. I mean, the guy's he's all over the field, doing really well.
Excuse me?
Yeah, absolutely.
Did you catch that BDE, though?
What was that?
You like that?
That's just absurd, man. You're not even talking about our team.
I know. You got to give credit where
Yeah, no, what a fruit.
Okay, here we go. On the other hand, guys, you got to watch out for. Oh, there are actually 2 other threats real quick. Tay Barber, Darius Davis, both are seniors and have 7 touchdowns between the 2 of them. Those are going to be Mad Max's, primary targets if he's not throwing to Johnson. On the defensive end, TCU has 3 guys. This is interesting. With 47 total tackles, all tied with 47 total tackles. That's Johnny Hodges, junior, I believe he's junior linebacker. Jamoe Hodge, junior linebacker, and then the senior Mark Perry at safety. Again, veteran squad. Oh, no, sorry, they're all juniors, but still veteran squad. This tells you that this team tackles by committee and likes to plug up the middle of the field. When you got 3 guys at 47 tackles, that means that they're getting after you with not just one person, man. They're tackling by committee, so that's going to be kind of a tidbit you want to watch out for. Also, this TCU secondary has accounted for 8 interceptions, which is worrisome after last week's game. Tech threw 5 picks with 3 different quarterbacks. Team that has 8 interceptions, 8 takeaways. That's and here's what's funny is that this secondary you're very capable of burning them and getting
They'll
yardage.
give up the big play.
They'll give up big plays, but they also get takeaways. So got to watch out for that. Look out for Bud Clark. If I'm Zach Kitley, don't throw his way. Dude has 3 picks on the season. Got to watch out for him. All right, let's take a quick break here. Miller Lite break. Sip for everybody. I think it's always good to rehydrate.
It's a better tasting, more filling, less calorie beer.
And that's
Is that a free advertisement?
And that's a free ad from the Ramblin' Raiders.
That's the Ramblin' Raiders guarantee. TCU vulnerabilities, man. Where is TCU most vulnerable? Teenage 16-year-old girlfriend just got broken up with. Extremely vulnerable.
Jesus.
Where's that for TCU, okay? I mean, can you think of anything more vulnerable than that? I don't think so. Defense is capable. Where they're vulnerable, their defense is capable, as I just said, giving up a lot of yardage, which is somewhat reflective, I think, of a Sonny Dykes coach team. He always has really explosive offenses, sometimes lackluster defenses. Against SMU, they gave up 476 total yards. Against Kansas, they gave up 5. Excuse me. What's going on? Ask the Astros. That's my only explanation. Okay. Against Kansas, 540 yards. That's not good. They gave up damn near 400 yards against Oklahoma State, damn near 400 yards against Kansas State, and 430 yards against West Virginia. When the opportunity is there, Tech will have to take advantage. They have got to take advantage with what that defense gives them.
Yeah, I think this game's going to be a shootout. I think Kitley's going to bounce back and have a pretty solid game plan for this defense. Sonny Dykes runs that defense kind of like the old Cliff Kingsbury, but he runs it better. It's a bend, don't break. It's jump on takeaways whenever you can, but you're going to give up yardage.
Only difference is they actually get takeaways.
The only difference is they get takeaways and they're undefeated.
Yeah.
So he runs it a little bit better. But I think Zach Kitley's going to get yards. I think we're going to capitalize. We're going to use our tight ends to score points in the red zone when we need to, or the running game will be there. That's a run for the Astros, maybe. Bases loaded. All right, we'll take that. But,
hey, y'all like that shit?
As I was saying, that's live right there.
You like that shit?
As I was saying, I think it's going to be a shootout game. I think both teams are going to score. Zach Kitley's going to bounce back and have a good game plan. Yep. Move along.
Okay, good deal. So, also, Mrs. Chef's pumped. TCU is not great. This is the last vulnerability. TCU is not great on 3rd or 4th down efficiency. 45% on 3rd down efficiency, 53. I mean, I think they've gone for it a total of 12 times on 4th downs, compared to, I'm sure, Tech's like up in the 30s or something. 53% on 4th down. So they, again, theme that we're on. This is a big play capability team. They hit you with the home run, hit you with the deep ball, like hopefully the Stros are about to do to the Phillies. So they gash teams with the big play. Can Tech's defense get off the field on 3rd downs, make TCU earn every little point, every scratch and claw for every yard that they're going to get? That's going to be a big part of it. Texas Tech wins if they. How do you think they win?
Texas Tech wins if they outscore TCU. I don't think our defense is going to have one of their better games. I think Dugan, his star power, running back and receiver are going to have big games. I think we win this game if we're able to come in and just absolutely beat their defense down, outscore TCU in an absolute shootout, and we're going to have to score 50 points and hold them to 40.
Yeah, I love that. And I think that Tech wins if everybody rides on this week's Unity pick.
Okay.
That's how I think Tech wins.
Is Tech going to be the Unity pick?
I mean, let's do it.
I don't know about that, man. We don't want to put our record up against that.
I was going to say, we are undefeated on Unity picks, but I think if we can get everybody on board and around, really believing in the Unity pick, that's going to give Tech that extra push, that extra momentum that they need. On a more analytical note, have at least 30 minutes or more. Tech wins if they have at least 30 minutes or more of time of possession. Last week, Tech had 19 minutes of possession. The NASCAR offense that Kitley likes to run, it's great when you're scoring points, but you have to be able to control the clock a little bit better and not put your defense in situations where they're running a marathon out there playing nonstop. So you gotta possess the ball 30 minutes or more. That's usually your green light, your comfort zone where you're winning games when you have that kind of possession. Also, Texas Tech wins if they can mix it up on offense with a balanced attack as well as taking care of the ball. Last week, and we talked about it on the RIP. Kitley obviously watches Laney and I's post-game, breakdown and recap of what happened. He watched that. He reflected. He realized that, Ramblin' Raiders are making a good point here. We said, why not run the ball more? You got 2 backs that are averaging 5, 6 yards of carry. Why not run the ball with these guys? Instead, we're trying to force plays downfield when our line is getting absolutely toasted. In this game, can we mix it up? Can we adjust and adapt and have a good offensive game plan, offensive scheme that's balanced? And the other big one is got to take care of the ball. 5 picks, say less. Cannot have that in this game.
I'll add one more point to that. I think we're going to have some big plays on offense. We're going to have to score, obviously, like I said, to win in a shootout.
You're saying some home run
But
balls.
we're going to need some home run balls. Our receivers need to step up. This kind of goes to the point of what Matt said in the chat earlier. He said our receivers need to step up. He's absolutely right. He's looking at Fonji, Sparkman to redeem themselves. I don't care who it is. It can be Bradley. It can be Fonji. It can be Sparkman. It can be Trey Cleveland. He's already proven that he can catch the deep ball big. Those 4 guys that are our deep ball threats have to step up. They have to catch the ball deep, and they have to score big touchdowns.
When it comes your way, you got to make the play. And then go land some hay.
And then go land some hay. I just may.
Hopefully.
Joe's feeding for some picks over
Yeah,
there.
Joe, you're ready. I hope everybody got that Happy Gilmore reference that Lane and I are talking about. But yeah, man, they got to make the big play when it comes their way.
Intentional walk of Jordan with bases loaded to score a run.
But Lane, they got to
keep bases loaded to bring up Bregman.
And that's pretty cray.
That is cray.
That's cray. But like these guys, they got to make
If
the
I
big
might
play
say.
when the ball comes their way.
If I might say.
And if Joe might say, that's the way. Yay? Are you okay?
I ran out of words.
Okay,
All right, are we ready?
Okay, last point, marquee matchups. And this is the most obvious marquee matchup of the game. Then we're moving on. The Cactus versus the pseudo-fake tough West Texas TCU fans. The secret's in the dirt. We have I saw a picture on Twitter of Sonny Dykes with the chip on his shoulder. Screw that.
I heard he was, CFB Memes is claiming like he's a beekeeper.
Really?
And so him and Joe have that in common.
So that's concerning because I was about to go in on him, but I forgot. Like Big Pick Joe is also a big bee enthusiast.
He's a big bee guy. Makes his own honey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean that's just like I was trying to think of another rhyme with Crab. I think we used pretty much all of them. Here we go. So the Cactus, like we are from the desert, like Paul Atreides style, like Dune. We are like desert power, desert energy, desert born, right? The true Cactus versus the pseudo, and that's what gets me about Fort Worth. This pseudo fake, we're tough, West Texas, tough, we're built different.
They're more like the
Screw
urban
that.
cowboy.
Yeah, you're urban cowboy, all hat, no cattle.
And I think you know what I mean when I say urban cowboy.
I think I do. I mean, they live in a metroplex.
What do you mean by that, Lane?
Yeah, explain.
It's more like you said, the metroplex. It's like a metro cowboy.
Yeah, like they live in a metroplex, but it's just this all hat, no cattle, pseudo tough guy. Everyone knows TCU is soft as butter. We saw that from Coach Carrington. Did he hit a homer?
No, that was 2019 World Series.
Oh, my bad. Coach Carrington, guy, he couldn't handle Joey McGuire kicking his ass on the recruiting trail, so he had to get buttered on Twitter. Team soft. Picks are coming up at the end. Joe, it's time for the ride along. Are you ready?
Oh, my God.
I am ready. I was
Go!
born.
He hit a base-clearing triple.
Yes! Who was that? Two-man?
Bregman.
Dude, y'all are pissing me off.
Two will
Y'all
score.
speed is like 30 seconds ahead of mine.
Boom!
Astros are back.
What? Wait.
I guess I'm not homeless anymore.
Hold on. Listen for Miss Chef.
She already heard us.
She's pumped. Joe, are you ready, man? Are you ready to give the people what they want, which is just the juiciest, sexiest locks of the week?
Yeah. I got a couple quick hitters for you. I'm going to start with Texas at K-State.
Get angry.
Everyone saw what K-State did to Oklahoma State last week. They're a solid football team at home. +3 against Texas. Book that. That's easy money.
You're
Next.
excited about these picks?
I am excited, man. Y'all are pissing me off, though. Y'all are like 30 seconds ahead. So I'm getting the whole game ruined for me.
Mum's the word. We'll keep quiet.
No, you're good. When it gets quiet, that's when I know something bad happened. So I'd rather hear you cheer than not cheer. All right. And then I got Auburn at Mississippi State. At Mississippi State, -12.5. Auburn, their coach is in shambles. We've been hitting this pick all year. They're not covering. And then last, I got West Virginia at ISU, Iowa State, over 50. These are two mediocre football teams. You should see a lot of points there. And then NFL, I got Chargers -3 at the Falcons. Falcons just they won a double or an overtime game against the Panthers. They're not a great team. Chargers should cover -3 pretty easily. And then the only other NFL pick I got is Titans at Chiefs, over 46.5. Chiefs might score 50 themselves, and that over hits pretty easily. But a short slate. We've been hot the last couple weeks, and hope we can keep that train rolling.
I'm going to go ahead and piggyback off of Joe here and add 2 to that. I like Oklahoma State -1.5 at Kansas. They're coming off an ass kicking from K-State. They're going to be pissed off. I think they figured out Oklahoma State's too good of a team and too well coached of a team to let 2 slide like that. I like Oklahoma State -1.5. And to throw another one, I think Baylor's finding the right juju at the right moment. They're coming off a big win on the road. Look for them to go to Oklahoma and at least cover the 3.5 points. I think it's going to be probably a tight game. Baylor could win this one. I like Baylor plus points here.
Man,
yeah, I like this too as well.
Joe, is that it?
Yeah, that's all I got.
All right. Hey, short and sweet. That's no problem with that. Here we go. Here, let me get my hat real fast.
Oh, God. Chef's got to put his hat on.
Chef's cooking. Hold up. Now, let me start this off with a disclaimer that I am 3 of 4 on these teasers. These 4-team, 12-point teasers that Lane and I have been cooking up and doing. We're 3 of 4. The only one we lost was when we were in Lubbock, and that was just like the betting gods telling us
Fuck off.
Yeah, that you're back in Lubbock and like you deserve this punishment from all the bets
and
you
you're probably
here.
drinking too much tap water.
Yeah, they were like from drinking all that tap water. So 3 of 4, we've been doing well with these. Here's my 14 teaser of the week. Y'all know, put the tea sauce on it. Cook this one up for you. I like it a lot, okay? UCLA at ASU +1.5, man. UCLA, I mean, that's basically they're saying this is a pick 'em, 1.5. They're going to win by probably multiple, 2 touchdowns.
Yuli gets an RBI single, and we're still scoring runs.
Wait, is it a hit party right now?
It's a hit party.
And I bet on the Phillies. Hey, no, this is it. This is the chef's
Did you really?
psychology. I got to bet on the Phillies every game now.
Spend money for us to win the World Series.
And I will gladly spend hundreds of dollars for the Astros to win a World Series. Okay, sorry, moving on. UCLA +1.5, guys. They're going to win this by at least 2 touchdowns. You're getting 12 points on it. I know it's at Arizona. Arizona State. UCLA is still a good team. We rode with them last week. Let's ride with them again this week. Notre Dame +16 against Clemson. They're at home. They're coming off arguably one of their biggest wins of the year against a highly ranked Syracuse team on the road. This team's playing well. They're finding their groove. Notre Dame +16. They might lose this game, but at home they're not losing by more than 2 touchdowns. Kansas State, this one really gets me, man. Kansas State just comes off of the most dominating win they've had all year against a top 10 Oklahoma State team. Am I right? Vegas decides on a week's rest, they're going to not only have UT, this is on the road, but they're giving they're giving Kansas State 2.5 points. UT
I have
minus
3.
2.5.
I saw 3.
So in the tees, you're getting 12. Kansas State +14.5. That's part of this tease. Lock it in, dude. It's at home. I like it a lot. Arkansas, last but not least, Arkansas against Liberty. It's -1.5. Wait. Yeah, -1.5. Again, basically they're saying Arkansas is going to win outright. They're playing Liberty at home, guys. I know Liberty's a solid, G5 team. Doesn't matter. UCLA +1.5. Notre Dame +16. Kansas State +14.5. Arkansas -1.5. Lock it in. Big money. Put a unit down. Chef special of the week.
That is the 4-team, 12-point college football teaser special. Jay, let's hop across the pond real quick because there's some great games that you're not going to want to miss out on.
Wait, how are the lads doing across the pond?
The lads are looking at Arsenal big in a pick'em game against Chelsea. Arsenal has been head and shoulders better than this Chelsea team who hasn't quite figured it out all season. They've gone through a couple fucking coaches. I mean, they're in shambles right now. Arsenal in a pick'em hammer. I also like my boys, my lads, West Ham United. Minus half a goal here against Crystal Palace. They're a superior team, better talent, and they're at home. Hammer West Ham. And then I had one more in here for the boys. It's a Liverpool minus half a goal against Tottenham. I think Liverpool's just got a little bit too much for them. They're on the road. I love the odds at plus 110, so you're getting a little bang for your buck. Hammer Liverpool minus a goal against Tottenham.
Y'all better post this on the podcast.
And that is the Across the Pond picks.
Hold on, Derek Ward. I'm trying to look at this, but my thing's getting cut off. Oh, it says, I love the Across the Pond picks. Y'all better post this on the podcast. I had to put the baby to sleep and barely was able to get on.
Don't worry, Derek. We will have this for you on the pod.
Derek, we will absolutely post that for you on the pod. Thank you for your dedication.
You mean on Twitter?
To Ramblin' Raiders, man. We appreciate it. Okay, Big 12 pick'em, and then we're going to finish this thing with the ever sought-out question, the ever confusing question. Oh, my God, not another one. Okay, sorry. Ever confusing question of when is it appropriate to start playing Christmas music? For the people that are saying right after Halloween on November 1st, we're going to break it down for you here at the very end. Let's get through this Big 12 pick'em kind of as expeditiously as we can.
Is that the correct phrasing?
I believe that. I looked it up on Webster Dictionary. I believe that's the correct terminology. Baylor at Oklahoma. OU coming off a bye week, minus 3.5. Joe, start with you. Who do you got?
I got Baylor plus 3.5 and Baylor money line.
Yeah,
Lane.
I said it as one of my picks for the week.
Pat, hold on, Pat. If you're watching, write these down right now.
Pat, get your notepad out.
Get your notepad out because I'm going to forget them and I don't have time to circle back. So write these bad boys down. Lane.
I'm taking Baylor money line. I'm taking Baylor plus 3.5. Coming off a huge win. What's not to love?
In the name of solidarity, I'm going to ride. Baylor wins it by a touchdown, plus 3.5, and money line. Oklahoma State at Kansas. There's word out there in the sports world that Jalen Daniels is back for Kansas. He's a solid quarterback. Before he got hurt, that team was undefeated college game day. Oklahoma State at KU. He's back. The chef, I'm saying Kansas gets it done. Give me the Jayhawks money line plus 2. Lane.
I saw the spread has actually moved to 1.5, I believe.
Even better.
And I'm taking Oklahoma State money line and the points. They bounce back in a nice way here and beat Kansas on the road.
Joe.
I'm with Lane too. Also look at the over. I didn't put it on the card, but I think there's a lot of points if Jalen Daniels is playing. Look at the over. Oklahoma State covers and wins money line.
You're both tacky and I hate you. Okay, next, West Virginia at Iowa State. I'm going to start with big pick. What do you think, man? West Virginia at Iowa State minus 7.
Iowa State minus 7 at home.
West Virginia blows, man.
I'll go Iowa State to cover at home minus the 7 and obviously money line too.
Give me Iowa State money line. West Virginia covers. I think Iowa State is just bad, and so is West Virginia. So I think it's going to be a battle of bad teams. And
over 50.
Iowa State
Over
pulls
50.
it out. I don't think they can beat them by more than 7 though.
Everyone said last week was the butt bowl. This is the real butt bowl, dude. This is the gutter trash garbage bowl right here. Both these teams.
You put a lot on the over.
What?
Two average teams over 50. Follow Big Pick Joe over 50. Easy money.
I smell an under.
Iowa State's D's too good, man. But I'll tell you this: West Virginia, Neil Brown's going to be fired at the end of the season. Iowa State might not be playing for anything, but I'll tell you this: they still have a fan base that turns out, shows out at home. They're not one of those, I'm just going to lay down because our season's going to hell. They're going to perform at home. There's some show ponies. They love getting it done at Jack Trice Stadium. West Virginia, man, they've just been beat down so much. I think it's going to be pretty bad. I'm going Iowa State minus 7, Iowa State money line. Sorry to the Mountaineers. Get your moonshine out and start chugging because it's going to be ugly. UT at Kansas State. Wait, did we already do that one? No, we didn't. UT at Kansas State. UT minus 2.5. Give me K-State by 1,000 at home. Money line plus 2.5 plus nothing. Kansas State's going to roll.
Joe, go ahead.
every gambler goes through this point in their life where they're like, do I fade myself? And I'm contemplating it right now because I'm like, why the hell is Texas favored 3 points away against Kansas State, who just had a dominating performance?
That's.
I'm gonna stick with Kansas State, but know that I did question fading myself. I'm taking Kansas State to cover and Kansas State money line.
Yeah.
I thought about it though.
I'm the same with you, Joe. I kind of want to take UT in this game because I think they're a pretty solid team, but
I think Vegas knows something. I think Vegas knows something that we don't, and I don't. This line is really like fucking with my head.
It's gonna be a close game. I don't think it's gonna be a blowout. I think it's gonna be a battle, and I think K-State is gonna end up winning that battle. And I'll take them to cover the points too. It's probably gonna be a 6-point game or something like that. I'll take Kansas State at home, and the sole reason is because they're at home.
Last but not least, the Red Raiders, the real West Texas tough. Red Raiders of the Southwest Plains going to pseudo fake tough West Texas, all hat no cattle. TCU, we have the battle for the saddle. Matt Wells couldn't get it done for 3 years in a row. I'm going to let you guys start it off. Lane, how do you see this one shaking
Are
out?
we doing score prediction here too?
Sure.
Okay, so I'm going to have the score at 38 Texas Tech, 48 TCU. I'm going to take.
Really good.
I think they pull away. I think they pull away in the fourth quarter.
And you're saying Vegas gets you on the 9.5.
Vegas gets us on the 9.5. You're going to have to. They get us on the hook there.
That might actually be Lane's best prediction he's ever given on the podcast.
They get us on the hook and win by 10. So I'm going with TCU money line and points.
I hate that you're probably.
I hate it, and I hope I'm wrong.
No, but I hate that you're probably so right on that. Joe, what do you think, man?
So I'm looking at it. The over's at 69. I really like that number for more than a couple of reasons. I think you see this game at like
you kinky little guy, you.
I think you see Texas Tech somewhere at 35 and TCU at 42. So I'm gonna go Tech covers, TCU money line.
I'm riding with Big Pick on this one. I think this is a game where you see a coach like Joey McGuire taking his licks, took his ass whooping against Baylor. He's going to have these guys inspired, fired up. They're going to come out, unlike we've seen in the past. This is going to be a dogfight. I think it's going to be a good game until kind of the Lane's point. Maybe Tech's got the lead up by 3, 4, going into the fourth. Freaking Mad Max, the jokester and jerk that he is, drops back and throws a dime downfield to old Johnston. Gets a touchdown. This is a game where I think TCU at home, even though actually I take that back. TCU on the road still finds a way with as much as they have on the line this season to get it done. But it's a 3-point game. It's a 7-point game. I think Tech covers 9.5. It's going to be a dogfight till the fourth quarter. Whoever's got the ball last. I just think TCU's got that firepower, that star power. And as Katy Perry said, sometimes you gotta shine like a firework, man. These guys are they're shining right now.
For Tech to win this game, I think they're gonna have to score 50 points.
So I'm with Joe.
Yeah, I'm gonna ride with 38-48.
Okay, and we've kind of strayed away from this. Looks like we're about 48 minutes right now, so we've strayed away from it. But I'm gonna bring it back. For all of our old school listeners, for Ramblin' Raiders, we used to do the hot take segment, right? We loved our hot take segment. We're gonna start incorporating that back into the RIP and into our live shows. This hot take segment, I want to get the chat fired up, really going on this one. We saw the debate earlier in the week. Halloween night, All Hallows Eve, October 31st.
The Bagul Duel.
The Bagools are out. As one of my old friends at Texas Tech used to say, the hose don't get cold. I mean, girls are the guys are dressing scantily as well. Everyone's putting on. Y'all saw me in my Elvis outfit. Damn, I was gonna actually wear the Elvis outfit tonight just because I felt so liberated in it. I'm sitting there showing cleavage down to here. So guys are getting scantily dressed. The girls are balling out. Everybody's having a great time. Boom! Next morning, reality sets in. Punch right to the gut. November 1st, bills are due. Everything's going on. All of a sudden, people think hey, I'm Halloween night, I'm doing the walk of shame, yada yada, whatever. Now I feel the need to play Christmas music to make myself happy, like for the holiday season coming up. The question is, when is it appropriate to play Christmas music? Do you wait? How long do you wait? Look, at the end of the day, if you're happy, God bless you. If you want to listen to Christmas music in the middle of July, for 4th of July, I don't care. But Ramblin' Raiders and our chat, in our opinion, what do you think, man? Like, when is it appropriate to listen to Christmas music? Halloween hits that night, November 1st. Again, man, like you're waking up, walk of shame, gut punch. When do you listen to Christmas music?
I think it's appropriate probably during Thanksgiving. Like when you leave for the Thanksgiving hunt, you can listen to Christmas music.
Yeah, when you're rolling out of the deer lease with a big 10-point strapped to the back of your car.
When you're on your way to the deer lease, you can listen the whole week of Thanksgiving.
The week of Thanksgiving. Stole my answer. Joe, what do you think, man? What's too early?
I mean, I listen to Christmas music every night in my bedroom when I listen to that Mariah Carey, All I Want for Christmas Is You. So July, I'd say July is a good
July.
Buffer. Yeah.
Wow, Joe, you need that upbeat music to keep you happy. Am I right?
Yeah, I love Mariah Carey. All I Want for Christmas Is You.
The day after Turkey Day.
Joe claims July is the time.
Wait, hold on.
I have a Christmas tree up year round.
Mia's got a great comment in the chat. She goes, I am literally very Jewish, ... And I put Christmas decorations up yesterday and played Christmas music all day. So, I mean, don't get me wrong, dude. I mean, I never listen to Michael Bublé. Guy he comes alive Christmas season. That's when he makes all of his sales. He lives for this time of the year. Michael Bublé Christmas special, Mariah Carey, that Candy Cane Lane song that came out last year. I don't know who sings it. Upbeat. I love it. Kind of more clubby.
Derek in the chat has a great observation here. Christmas lights on the house in November 1st because you can put them out while it's still warm.
Wait, that might be the most pro veteran tip we've had.
Everything else waits until after Thanksgiving. I like that take.
That's honestly, that is a pro move. That's coming from a man who has gone through many Christmas putting up your lights and decorating the house. That's a good point. I'm cool with the lights. Personally, I'm with Lane. My preference, I'm going to let November go a little ways, and then
I'm going to get into the holiday season.
Mid-November to first week of Thanksgiving, I'm going to start blaring some. I'm going to go put on Sunny 99.1, Little Drummer Boy, First Noel, Little Drummer Boy, First Noel.
Little Drummer Boy.
I'm going to play the hits for Christmas music. So I feel y'all on this, man. Y'all are killing it in the chat right now. I can't even keep up with all this. I want to read off. We do this every week. TCU Hate Week. Give us your biggest selling point of why you hate TCU, why they're a shit school, and we like doing this for each one of our opponents. Obviously, there was a little bit more fuel to the fire for this week because of what happened, the great Cactus Twitter takeover of the summer, right? So let's read some of these comments. Mitch, he was in here earlier. I don't know if he left. He's a Texas fan. He always gives us some of the best material against our opponents on our hate week. He said TCU literally told my grandfather they'd give him a baseball scholarship if he walked on for the first year. He started all year at shortstop and second base. Next year rolls around, no scholarship. He left TCU, ended up graduating at UT. Dirty, dirty bastards. In the 50s. They've been scandalous and screwing people over since 1959, dude. Bad.
Yeah, wow.
Horny Toads. Let's see, what else do we have here? Brooks Money, which I'm not even going to hate on Brooks Money, goes, tough to get behind a hate week after Saturday. I just hope we don't get beat 49-0. Oh, yeah, that'll suck the wind right out of you on Twitter. Their stupid hype video with the lawnmowers. This is from Chase Head. Their stupid hype video with the lawnmowers has to be near the top. Again, the riff ram. I mean, that was the stupidest video. I mean, hell, I'm pretty sure they don't play them anymore.
Wait, were they the guys that did that weird TikTok?
Oh.
That's why I hate them.
Wait a second. Hold on. No, just for the fault. Just for the...
I'm sure y'all
enough
saw...
to hate them right here. They should get beat by 50.
Hold on.
The fact a football player would do that is just absurd, and put it on social media.
Lane, go run and grab the speaker, man, out of the bathroom. Guys, if that's not the number one, trash talk post on here, I don't know what else is. Meme Zone, thank you for that. And then lastly, I'll say Anthony, Red Raider Gator, said anytime they use the blood red in their uniforms, red and purple don't work together. I agree. It's so stupid. The orange and red, spew venom. Dude, no. And honestly, you have a decent color scheme. Purple and black, your night out unis, white and purple. Stick with that, dude. You try to mix in red, it's just because you want to be Texas Tech. Okay, guys. With that said, last comb over of the comment section. I would make a joke about those dudes, but it's 2022 and I would get canceled so fast. I'm pretty sure Lane already dropped one that could get us canceled earlier. It still bops. The one song. Adam Sandler made a banger with his guitar.
Talking about.
Is that the? Yeah, I love. What's that movie called? Mia with Adam Sandler.
Movie Halloween?
It's like 8 Crazy Nights or something. It's like Adam Sandler's animated. I love that movie. It's a good one. Okay, Chad is fired up. Love you guys. We're going to go ahead and send it out. It's going to be a great week. I'm sorry we had to cancel the Ramblin' Raiders tailgate. Needed some more prep work and planning. And then not only that, but I have an engagement on Friday that I have to go to Friday night. I cannot get out of it. I was going to fly.
No, it has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with that. It's Lane's fault.
Yeah, it's all Lane's fault, obviously.
I'm the only one that planned anything.
You didn't plan.
We didn't plan
give me a spot. We would have had everything set up.
No.
You didn't plan it.
No, I was going to get in early, like 7 o'clock that morning, flying in. Guess what? What do they do to me on the Fox Sports Network? 11 a.m. kickoff for Fox Noon Saturday. I get it. It's big noon. Everyone's excited about it. They screwed us over. We couldn't get in there early enough to set up. 11 a.m. screwed us. But don't worry. We're going to move the second annual Ramblin' Raiders tailgate to either at Texas or at TCU, and we're going to plan it by committee, and it's going to be badass.
Yeah. We deserve an 11 a.m. after last weekend.
Yeah, you're not wrong there.
You're not wrong, but it's big noon kickoff, man, on Fox.
All right, guys, we love y'all. We're ready to send it out.
Closing remarks.
We enjoy y'all. We really appreciate y'all.
Closing remarks.
No, remember, you got to ask permission.
That's trademark.
That's trademark, okay. Yeah. Love y'all.
Closing
Trademark.
remarks.
Okay, here we go. Let me get Jane pulled up.
Closing remarks.
Closing remarks, man. Joe, send us out. What do you got?
Hey, shout out. I saw a great video of Raider Red outside in front of the fountains. Shout out to Raider Red. You got that cake. I love the video, man. Big fan.
Oh, you actually like that.
Yeah. Raider Red's got that cake, boy.
Oh, Jesus.
And Joe said he likes
John
that.
Sellers wines are aged in bourbon barrels. It takes
You gotta turn it down.
I turned it. It's all the way off.
What the fuck was that?
Jackson's got some weird shit going on.
There we go. It's an ad on YouTube. Wait, Joe said he likes that shit.
He liked it.
Yeah.
Lane.
Shout out Raider Red.
Hey,
You got that
guys
cake.
up. Big Saturday. Big noon kickoff. We'll see what happens.
Love it, man. Remember, second annual Ramblin' Raiders tailgate is going to be for basketball season. Again, we apologize. Sometimes life gets in the way. I care about Mrs. Chef so much. I got a wedding I got to go to Friday night. Could not fly in for Saturday morning. That 11 a.m. kickoff got us. But the Red Raiders are going to get the pseudo, West Texas tough, horny Toads in Fort Worth. Home game. Jones Jr., Jones South. It's going to be a great game, guys, and we're looking forward to watching it. With that, man, keep your guns up high. Enjoy a cold one tonight. How about them Astros whooping that ass? Knock on wood. But, hey, watch our social medias. We got some big announcements coming up. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. We out. We out.
Good shit, fellas.